Well, his name is Pedro. He lives in that tent. There's actually two tents there. A lot of pride of ownership. We just saw him come out with a little electric vacuum to vacuum the sidewalk. So, one of the tents, that's where he lives. The other tent, that's where he stores his belongings, including an electric generator. Pedro, he lives in that tent. There's actually two tents there. A lot of pride of ownership. We just saw him come out with a little electric vacuum to vacuum the sidewalk. So one of the tents, that's where he lives. The other tent, that's where he stores his belongings, including an electric generator.
What?
We've seen tents in Hollywood before, but at night it's clear this one is
No
different.
way. You see that TV?
Yes, man.
Amplified sound and TV projected on the tent's walls. Austin Ride took this video on the way to a club. The tent sits near the corner of Selma and El Centro. 33-year-old Pedro Ramirez says he's been living here for about 2 years. Whoa, this is so nice. Inside, a wall-to-wall carpet, an airbed, projector, and sound system. You said it took you just a week to set this all up? He uses a hotspot, his phone, and Apple laptop to stream and screencast his entertainment.
This makes me feel like I'm home.
But for most, home costs. This home comes rent-free, no utility bills.
I bring an extension cord from over there here.
Instead of
Whoa.
deep
Whose
heating,
extension
Pedro
cord?
says he
Whose
has an electric
electricity?
generator in
Yeah.
another tent. He's quick to point out he's not plugged into the light pole.
I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm not
Okay,
stealing power
yes.
from no one. It's coming
Yeah,
from
you
a
are.
generator.
Wait,
I
wait.
have to charge it up every like 2 weeks.
And how do you do that?
Take it to the train station. So I just plug it in and they charge us up.
I asked him if he would accept help if permanent housing was offered.
They treat us like prisoners in there.
How? Explain.
You can't even take a lighter in there. They won't let you take razors or to shave off. Before you go in the building, they're searching you with a metal detector. No, I signed up for housing, not for rehab or prison.
Well, it turns out the Hollywood station where Pedro says that he recharges his electric generator is not under the jurisdiction of the city of Los Angeles, but Metro. So we called Metro to find out if there was any kind of ordinance that makes something like that illegal. Now, Dave Sotero told me that those outlets there are meant for maintenance crews, but there's no ordinance per se that makes what Pedro does illegal. Now, we also got a statement from council member Hugo Soto Martinez, and that statement was basically, yeah, we understand that the unhoused need power, but tapping into city lighting is very dangerous and a fire hazard. But again, Pedro claims he is not tapping into the city lighting. Reporting live in Hollywood, I'm Susan
Mm.
Bodasuna, Fox 11
Mm.
News.
Bro,
A lot of different
what,
takes
what,
on
what,
that.
what do you think about this right here?
Well, Kane is he's living there, rent free, as he said.
Yep.
Charging his generator up at the train station, which they already said is not illegal. They went to go verify, but pretty soon they're gonna have a lot. They're gonna have something over that. Okay, so
Of
he can't
course,
do that.
because it's
You
not
know,
free.
right?
Electricity.
Uh,
Free. It's not.
well, yes, it's not free, but you go to other places, and you see an outlet, you want to charge up your phone. Would you not plug it up there for a little bit? That's what
Hmm.
he's doing.
Yeah,
Okay. But and I'll leave that right there. But I was thinking on the aspect of, man, he has that people see, uh he has that big screen in there, or
Mhm.
just a projector.
hmm
But how dangerous is that right there? When we done seen too many times, uh people they drunk coming from the club, or just want to do practical, so-called practical jokes,
Yep.
and they'll destroy that.
Yep.
He'll get robbed. He'll get
Yep.
killed over what? But he has a point in this. I say, okay. She asked him, would he accept public assistance, housing, and he said, well, they can't bring a razor in there. He can't shave. He can't do this or that. He wants some freedom, especially if
There's a
he's not
reason,
a
but there's
criminal.
a reason for that.
I know that's a reason for that, because other people that might use it might
It has
self-harm.
already happened. I'm
Yes,
pretty sure.
self-harm. Yes, yes,
Self harm, and
yes.
they may do something to someone else with a razor.
100%.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
So
Yeah.
evidently, that's the reason why that rule came about.
Yes.
So I mean, yeah, you're going to be restricted because they didn't have so much violence in there. Don't you think so?
But yes, yes. But my question, and maybe she should have asked this. Okay, he has this equipment, Apple computer, and he must. Are you working? Are you just leaving your things each day to go to work? Are you breaking that stuff down every day? Who's going to be there with that? What security do you have for your items? Because that's probably his life.
Mm-hmm.
Those items right there. So I have a lot of questions right there.
Yeah.
And it's bad that in the state of, I say California and everything, the homeless community is all out of sorts.
You
And
know the craziest thing about homeless, you would think that the reason
I'm gonna hit on your point.
you know,
Yeah, go ahead and say it. Yeah, no, this is
you know what
good.
I'm
This is good. I want other people to hear it.
all
Yeah,
right. So
go.
the thing about homeless is, I would think you're homeless because you can't afford to live there, right? Right? Wouldn't that be a reasonable thought to say, hey, look, the reason why I'm homeless is because I can't afford to live where I'm at. I might have lost a job. I might have all these other things that
Right,
came
right,
up,
right,
and I
right,
can't afford it.
right,
So I'm gonna be out
right,
on the streets. So why is
right.
it that they are not in areas that are quote unquote affluent? Those areas that have a lot of money that is very expensive to live. Why wouldn't it be a ton of homeless people in that area?
Well, we would know why because they're not going to allow the homeless
Why not?
population to come there to maybe depreciate their
Mhm.
property, and they will call the police and they will get them out of there.
Mhm.
Loitering, all of these different charges have come
Uh-huh.
about.
Uh-huh.
So no, no,
So
that's
it's
not going to
okay
happen.
in the slumish areas because it's cheaper to live in those inner city areas, right? It's cheaper to live.
Right, right. It should,
It's
yeah,
cheaper to live
definitely.
there, and that's where they hang out. And they
Right.
don't want anything better for themselves, right? Or maybe they do.
Well,
Maybe they do.
we don't we thank you.
Yeah.
Don't we can't make that we can't come to that
Mm-hmm.
conclusion. We don't know what they want. But I will say this: me and you had this discussion several
Uh-huh.
times. Every person that's homeless does not want housing, though. Every person that's homeless does not want housing. Some of them they do
It's no
like the
responsibilities, bro.
way
I think
they
that's what
live.
it is. I mean, people get used to, hey, look, I don't even have to pay taxes. I don't have to think, you know, and I'll stay right here and I know what to do, especially if I can find somebody that'll, give me money every whatever. You know what I'm saying? If they're standing on the corner, if they're doing all that type of stuff and or begging for money, if that's what they need.
Yeah.
But yeah, a lot of that, a lot of drug use, gets out of control.
Yes. It, Kane,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
hitting on the right points. A lot of drug use and people, family congregation. I will say this uh, with this conversation that we're having right here. I don't want you to think that we're even talking about putting the homeless people down by no means. But I've helped homeless people in Jacksonville and talk to many
Yeah.
different people, and some people choose to
Yeah.
live how they live,
Yeah.
and it's just a way of life for them.
Yeah.
Now, it is a lot of mental illness in that community also, and it is a dangerous lifestyle because a lot of things happen
Hmm.
that they have codes for that's in that type of community. So, and then there's a lot of, I say in Florida, it's a lot of programs where churches bring food to a certain area and help out a lot of different people, and some people
Hmm.
choose
Hmm.
to
Yeah. Yeah.
stay
Yeah.
within the
I
state that
get it,
they're
man.
in. You know,
But I just feel like
yeah,
a lot of cities, I understand they feel sorry for their, homeless population, no matter what their circumstances. If they choose to be that way, if they're on drugs or they lost their job, whatever the case may be. But and I know they got good intentions, but I feel like that it's just a little bit, especially
yes,
when you give, and you're not giving them what they really need. Like you can say like, okay, yeah, these people need mental health treatment, so you'll give them mental health treatment, right? But it's too
yes,
many and not enough people certified to give it, right? So that to happen to all of them is
Yes.
few and far between. But then you have the food, people that serving food on the weekends, during the week, shelters, things of that nature, or whatever. And some people just get used to a lifestyle. A lot of people get complacent. We're a creature of habit, and a lot of people get complacent with that. And when they get complacent, man, they just don't want to. They don't want to move forward. It's like, I do just enough just to get by. And it's okay to me. I feel like it's okay if that's your mentality, because there are a lot of people that will do. You can want so much for them, but if they don't want it for themselves, then you're wasting your time. Yeah. You can say, man, I got this for you. I got this. If you do this, you'll be right here where I'm at.
Right.
But if they don't want it, you can't force them to have it. I know you want the best for everyone that you come in contact with, but not all the time is that easy, because we're a creature of habit.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So what?
Yeah. That was gospel, what you just said. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
You can want that for your kids.
Yeah.
And then co-workers or whatever, family members. You want the best for them. And you try to do the things to help them to go to the next level, or just to almost be independent. But if they don't want that assistance,
some people
I would do it on my own.
Some people do it on my own. Yeah. It's crazy, man, and it's a vicious cycle. I know that everybody has an open heart and feels sorry for people. Well, who are you to feel sorry for anyone?